Yeah, what's going on, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy in the building, Cc Semtex, coming to you with some fantasy football and my weekly picks. I know the last 2 weeks I haven't done my weekly picks, and that's because of some personal issues and just scheduling. I mean, time and stuff like that, has been keeping me away from doing as many videos as I want to. But I'm back, and by popular demand. Now, you can see I'm on a one-loss losing streak. I lost, I think, by maybe 3 points, maybe 3 points, because Aaron Rodgers didn't get the person that much points, so I just barely lost. He had Jamal Charles last week, and Jamal Charles went off for over 200 yards. So I mean, anytime you play against that with somebody that gets you like 34 points, I think it was between 34 and 41, I want to say. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know what my lineup was for the week. So let me set up my lineup, which is already set. But see, everybody thought, you're stupid. Why would you start Flacco over Tom Brady? Tom Brady hasn't had a lot of success on the road against the Bills. He struggled. I mean, he wins, but he struggles, and he throws, more interceptions than he wants to. So I said, let me go with Flacco against the Browns. Flacco's getting better as the year, continues to roll on. So I said, let me start him. So this is my starting lineup right here, as you see it. And I got the Texans defense because I know, and watch me jinx this, but I know, freaking Chris Johnson's not gonna do anything against the Texans. Now that I said that, watch him run for 365 yards or some shit like it's college. But anyways, weekly picks. As you know, my Baltimore Ravens already beat the Cleveland Browns, which I hesitated on doing the picks because, I mean, it's my team that had the first game of the week, so I wasn't too worried about doing the pick for that game. My Baltimore Ravens beat the Browns 23-16. Browns hung in there, held it strong and whatever. But that was on Thursday. Let's get going to what's going to happen tomorrow, Sunday, September 30th. Carolina Panthers against the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons are hot right now. Just shut down a hot Phillip Rivers, who was coming off of some good games and stuff, and he didn't even get to. Chargers didn't even score. The Falcons made the Chargers look like the Browns. Actually, the Browns look better. So the Chargers slumping right now, as far as I'm concerned, as far as last week's performance. So the Falcons, I think they're going to continue rolling on, and they're going to, win this 35-20. 35-20. They're going to put up some points. Moving along, New England versus Buffalo. The Patriots versus the Bills. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say that New England goes on its first 2-game losing streak, and I don't know how long, but I'm going to say they lose to the Bills in a close game, 21-17. I think Brady's going to struggle as he normally does on the road in Buffalo, and I just see it continuing. I think the Bills are going to pull something off. Jarius Byrd or somebody's going to have a nice interception, and that's going to be the be-all, end-all to the game, and the Bills will win 21-17. Minnesota Vikings versus the Detroit Lions. I'm going to give this to the Vikings. All-Day Peterson, Christian Ponder's getting better, Percy Harvin's getting better as a receiver, and the defense of the Vikings played pretty solid enough to beat the 49ers, who was a game away from the Super Bowl last year. So I'm going to give it to the Vikings. I think AP is going to have a good day. He's going to have over 100 plus yards, and Christian Ponder's going to do decent enough to manage the game, and they're going to win. Tennessee Titans versus the Houston Texans. Like I said, looking at the fantasy lineup, I got the Texans defense, so they better not lose or I'll stab each and every one of them. Seriously though, Chris Johnson's not going to be able to run the ball on this defense. He can't run the ball on any other defense. So he's definitely not going to do it with a top 5 defense in the league. And Andre Johnson, Matt Schaub, Arian Foster, probable or not, these guys are going to, whether they're all hurt or whether they're not, they're just going to be rolling on all cylinders against a team like the Texans. Kenny Britt's questionable, so I don't know if he's going to play. Nate Washington, yeah, Nate Washington played a hell of a play against the Lions, but I mean the Lions corners are ass, and I've been saying that the last 3 years. But yeah, Texans are going to win this game outright, 28-14, 28-17, something along those lines. Texans are going to win. Chargers and the Chiefs. I believe the Chargers will rebound from their loss. Phillip Rivers will throw its 3 touchdowns, and Jamal Charles will run well, but it won't be enough to beat the San Diego Chargers. I think the Chargers will win this game. I'm going to say 24-14. 24-14. San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Jets. The Jets coming off of a squeaker of a victory against Miami. And the Niners coming off of a loss. I think the Niners will rally from that loss and show Rex Ryan what's going on with San Francisco. And I think Randy Moss will score a touchdown in this game. And I think Michael Crabtree will do decent without having to line up on... well, I mean, let's just be real. Randy Moss shit on Darrelle Revis at like 35 years old with one hand. So now that Revis isn't playing, it's going to be real hard to cover both Crabtree, Vernon Davis, and Randy Moss. I know they got LaRon Landry in the offseason, whatever, but I haven't heard much from him this year yet, so there you go. Now, I'm going to say the Niners will win this game, and they will win it 21-10. Alex Rodgers will throw a touchdown, and there'll probably be 2 touchdowns on the ground. Not Alex Rodgers. What am I saying? Alex Smith. Alex Smith will... I'm confusing him and Aaron Rodgers just because they were drafted the same year. I don't know what I'm thinking. Whatever. Alex Smith will probably run for a touchdown and throw for a touchdown. And Frank Gore will probably run for a touchdown as well. So 21-10. 49ers beat the Jets. Seahawks versus St. Louis. Seattle is on a roll. You got refs on your side. And you guys play solid defense. I'm going to say... With all the injuries on the Rams, and then the big one with just the groin injury and the ankle injury to Steven Jackson, that the Seattle Seahawks are just going to win this. Look for it to be like 17-10, something like that. Not going to be no huge point, blowout or nothing like that, but the Seahawks will win this game. Miami Dolphins versus the Arizona Cardinals with Reggie Bush questionable. And the way he's been running, he's been averaging solid numbers solid yards per carry. So his numbers are looking pretty phenomenal. But he is hurt right now. He does have a knee injury. He is questionable. So I'm going to go with the healthy Arizona Cardinals. I don't know anybody besides John Skelton who is suffering an injury. So I'm going to give the Cardinals the nod on this one. They've been playing really well. Kevin Kolb's been stepping it up. Larry Fitzgerald always playing his game. So I'm going to give the Cardinals this win 28-17, and Cardinals will win, continue to be undefeated. I don't think they've lost yet. Yeah, continue to be undefeated. Oakland Raiders versus Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos. I'm going to give this to the Oakland Raiders. Peyton Manning, I don't know, man. It looks like he can't throw the deep ball anymore. Is that just me that sees that? Yeah, at least he doesn't try to throw the deep ball. I mean deep passes too, like the ones he used to throw to Marvin Harrison. It doesn't look like he has that arm strength anymore after that neck surgery. I'm going to give it to somebody who can throw the deep ball, and that's Carson Palmer. And the Raiders played phenomenal to beat the Steelers this year. So, I'm going to give it to them. They're the hot team. The Raiders, Run DMC. Hey, keep it rolling. The Raiders going to win this game outright. 20-13. 20-13, 28-13, something like that. Cincinnati Bengals versus Jacksonville Jaguars. The Bengals will win this. Maurice Jones-Drew will have a good day running the ball. He will have between 90 and 115 yards rushing. But the Bengals are going to play better. They're going to play better. Andy Dalton will throw a few touchdowns. AJ Green is fucking phenomenal. I don't care what anybody says. If you say anything other than AJ Green is phenomenal, or say anything in the negative light of AJ Green, you need to wash your mouth out with bleach and then put your eyes in it and blind yourself, because you're not watching football. You're just looking at a bunch of colors. Anyway, the Bengals win this game. I'm going to say 38-17. 38-17. Moving along. Saints versus the Packers. Breeze versus Rodgers. A lot of passing yards, but it's going to come down to defense. And right now, I think the Packers have a way better defense than the New Orleans Saints. The Saints, I don't even think have won yet. I mean, they're bound to win sometimes, but this week ain't the week. The Packers are gonna win this. The Packers are gonna win this. I'm gonna say 35 to 28. It's gonna be a close game, but Aaron Rodgers will play better than Breeze tomorrow, in my opinion, and that defense will hold Breeze out of the end zone long enough for the Packers to hold on to the win. Redskins versus the Bucks. I'm going to give this to RG3, coming off of a loss in Cincinnati, but hanging in there. RG3 has proven to be a phenomenal pro, and the Bucks are proven to be a much better team than what they were last year. However, I think the Redskins are going to be close to making wild card, if not making the playoffs or whatever. So I'm going to give it to RG3. RG3 and the Redskins win this game 24 to like 24-20. It's going to be close. Moving along. New York Giants versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Goods is not gonna like me either way. I choose this, but I hope the Giants beat the Eagles because the Eagles beat my Ravens by a point. So I'm just, if I'm being biased, I'm gonna say the Giants, and if I'm being realistic, I'm still gonna say the Giants. Nnamdi got roasted by Jacoby Jones. Nnamdi, what happened to you? Nobody gets roasted by Jacoby Jones. That was considered the best corner in the league. So Nnamdi hasn't done anything since leaving Oakland, and that, I mean, honestly, I know it's Nnamdi. I know he's still good, but with Victor Cruz and the other offensive weapons that you have in New York, I would pick on him. I would pick on him because it seems like Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie is playing better than Nnamdi at this point of the season. So pick on him. Pick on him. Now, if he picks it off, leave him the fuck alone. But I mean, if you had to choose which one of those defensive backs, that would be the one right now. He seems the most vulnerable, getting burnt by slot receivers. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it to the Giants. I'm gonna say the Giants win this outright, 31-14. I don't think Vic's gonna be able to really handle that defensive line. Jason Pierre-Paul and Justin Tuck. I mean, and then OCU Minora. So I mean, it's gonna be some pass rush for that ass, and it's gonna be some good defensive line run stopping, run contain. And then we got the last game, the Monday Nighter, and I know this is a short one. I didn't want to make it 50 minutes because it felt like it was being too long or whatever. But the last one, I'm looking at the wrong shit. The Chicago Bears taking on the Dallas Cowboys. This is hard because I know Matt Forte has like a little knee injury or whatever. He's questionable, and the Cowboys, their defense is questionable because 1 week they're there to play and then the next week they're not. So I mean, it just depends on what's going on. I think this will be a really close game. If it's gonna come within a field goal. Like, it's gonna be 21-24 or 28-31. But I do think that the Cowboys will pull it off. I do. I don't know why. I just have that gut feeling that Jason Witten will show up this week, despite only, I think catching like maybe 3 passes or something last week, something like that. I know he has a spleen injury and stuff, but I think he will show up this week. I don't think he'll be dropping any touchdowns, any wide open touchdowns, and the Cowboys will rally. Jason Witten's gonna show up. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the picks of the week. And until next time, you guys, I will see you next time. Hopefully this video is not too long. It's only 14 minutes long. So, yeah, it's much better than 50. But until next time, I'll see you next time. It's your boy, Cc Semtex, and I'm out. Peace!